guys, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. Today I'm here with the second part of my Christmas reviews this year with A Christmas Story from 1983, one of my all-time favorite holiday films. If you saw some of my earlier videos from this month, you probably know that I was going to review this movie, so without further ado, let's talk about A Christmas Story. It tells the story of a kid named Ralphie Parker, played by Peter Billingsley, who really wants a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas. But every time he makes his Christmas wish known, it gets shot down at just about every turn, and he's always trying to hold on to some hope that he's going to get what he wants. All the while trying to deal with things like his family, his father fighting the furnace, his overprotective mother, his obnoxious kid brother, and the school bully, Scott Farkas. It's hard for me to say what hasn't already been said about A Christmas Story because I feel like everybody has said it by now. But hey, as I've said before with other movies, I'm gonna do it anyway because there's so much that I could talk about with A Christmas Story. From the iconic lines such as, "You'll shoot your eye out, kid." Ralphie's dad getting into fights with the furnace where you hear him go into all these weird obscenities. To some of the quotes by the narrator who's supposedly an adult Ralphie Parker, and the whole "I triple dog dare you." I feel like it's easy to look at A Christmas Story and see this bunch of random things that happen with no real central plot line in the middle, but there actually is. Ralphie wants a Red Ryder BB gun for Christmas, and it seems like the whole world is conspired against him in order to get what he wants. And as I said, he's trying to hold on to some hope that he's gonna get that gift. Trying to slip in a Red Ryder sales pitch into his father's magazine, writing an essay in his school class, and even asking Santa for the Red Ryder BB gun. Anybody can relate to this. We all had that one thing as a kid that we all wanted for Christmas, whether it was the next toy car, the nice dollhouse, or maybe the next cool iPhone as kids would like to see today. There's always that one thing that you wanted for Christmas when you were a kid. And Ralphie Parker, I think, is the perfect protagonist. He's not the coolest kid around, but he's not exactly the most lonely kid around. He has a group of friends, but he's also the right amount of an outcast because he and his friends like Schwartz and Flick are constantly getting harassed by Scott Farkas and his toady, Grover Gill or something? I don't know. And he is also dealing with a father who's like a real take charge kind of guy and loves doing his own thing and has this really cool idea when it pops into his head and he just goes with it regardless of how it's going to come out. And also with an overprotective mother who may come off as very stern and a bit unsympathetic, but yet at the same time, she really shows how much she cares about her kids with Randy refuses to eat his meatloaf and his father's like, "I'll open up his mouth and I'll shove it in." But she has a more subtle approach as well.
Show me how the piggies eat. You good boy. Show mommy how the piggies eat.
She's trying so hard to be stern, but she's a really loving and caring mother that she really can't help but just laugh at how cute her little boy looks. Kid, seriously, stop doing that. Stop it! Stop it! Stop! But also another moment that I really like with Ralphie's mom is when Ralphie gets a C+ on his essay with a note from his teacher, "You'll shoot your eye out," about the Red Ryder BB gun. He feels so dejected and that nothing's gonna go right for him. Then all of a sudden a snowball gets thrown right in his face and Scott and Grover are laughing at him and taunting him, and Scott taunts him even more, calling him a crybaby, and at that point, Ralphie just snaps and he starts wailing and wailing on the guy.
And I had gone out of my skull.
Hearing Scott scream like a little girl, oh God, it's perfect. It's funny, but also at the same time, the tone changes really drastically because you start hearing him speaking in all these really strange tongues just like his father did. And as it turns out, he starts cursing at Scott and then to the point where he starts shaking him on the ground, like banging his head on the ground. While this is happening, his kid brother Randy sees this and he goes off to find his mom. His mom comes in and stops the entire situation, but he's also scared that his father's gonna find out and he's never gonna hear the end of it. But his mother manages to give him a good cover story, saying, well, he got into a fight. What kind of a fight? You know how boys are. I gave him a talking to. Hey, are the Bears playing Green Bay on Sunday? And the dad starts talking about the game, and slowly but surely, Ralphie begins to realize that he's not gonna get in trouble. Mother knows best. Oh yeah, and also the scene when Ralphie's dad tries to fix the flat tire and he accidentally knocks the bolts away, and Ralphie says,
Fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge. I said the word. The big one.
It was all over. I was dead. What would it be? The guillotine, hanging, the chair, the rack, the Chinese water torture? Mere child's play compared to what awaited me. Life Boy, on the other hand. I don't ever really recall a moment saying something like that in front of my parents, but I can imagine that I would probably get a bar of soap in my mouth, and yeah, no. Not fun. Not fun at all. There's so many other things I'm not even mentioning, like the dream sequences that he has where he imagines getting the perfect A+, to him being a blind man because of soap poisoning, or him imagining that he has the Red Ryder BB gun and he's fighting off Black Bart and his cronies, which look like a bunch of hoodlums from France or something. Oh no! It's all Ralph! Oh no! Adios, Bart, but if you do come back, you're gonna be pushing up daisies, and don't you forget it! Not to mention the leg lamp, which ends in a hilarious line.
The old man stood quivering with fury, stammering as he tried to come up with a real crusher. All he got out was, "Not a finger!"
That's just one of many funny lines that he has, like when the fuse goes out on the Christmas tree, "Don't anybody move! A fuse is out!" And one last thing, when Ralphie has one last chance to ask for what he wants for Christmas, he asks Santa at the department store, but he accidentally says that he wants a football. Then he's about to be pushed down the slide, but then he climbs right back up at the last second and asks him, no, I want an official Red Ryder carbine action air rifle.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Merry Christmas.
God, that face is just, oh God. But Christmas morning comes and everybody gets their gifts. Everything seems to be okay, but he didn't seem to get what he wanted. But then his dad shows him, hey, wait a minute. There's a gift behind the desk over there. I wonder what that's from. So he goes over there to take a look. It's the BB gun. He finally got it. And just from the look on the dad's face, you could tell that the dad went and got it for him, because there's no way the mom was going to get it for him. So in an act of excitement, Ralphie goes outside and tries out his BB gun, but then it ricochets off of a piece of metal, hits him right in the cheek, and he loses his glasses. Then he goes out to look for it, and he accidentally steps on them. And then he comes up with a plan to say, Mom, an icicle fell off the garage and hit me and broke my glasses, which his mother believes without question. Whatever comes to your head, it's got to work somehow. But then the neighbor's hound dogs come in, and they steal the Christmas turkey and gobble it up whole. Son of a bitch! Papa says! So in order to make up for what happened, the old man, as he's called in the movie, takes him out to eat at a Chinese restaurant. Chinese turkey, which...
To be jolly. No. Not ra, la.
And after that nice Christmas dinner, Ralphie's family enjoys the rest of the night while it's snowing outside, and the last shot you see is Ralphie sleeping with his BB gun in his bed, saying that it's the best present that he would ever receive, and that he'll never receive anything great like it again. And a couple more things, as I said earlier, anybody can relate to Ralphie and his family, because we all feel like that the mom's always feeling overprotective, or the dad is just really brash and unapologetic in his behavior, and we have that obnoxious little sibling that's always complaining and whining. They're portrayed as a normal family with their vices and flaws and all. I think anyone can relate to this. I know I can. I mean, I have a younger sister. I don't have a younger brother, but I see a lot of myself and my family in Ralphie and his family also. And also, this film is set in the 1930s or 40s, and this movie came out in 1983. It doesn't even look like a film that came out in 1983. It looks and feels exactly like it was filmed in that era in the 30s, because of the way the camera looks and the setting, like certain things such as like the radio, the stairs, the cars, the sounds, the way certain people talk. You get the feeling that it was filmed in the 1930s, and that's a huge plus to the filmmakers that were able to make it as authentic as they can make it. So yeah, all in all, A Christmas Story, huge thumbs up. I can never get tired of watching it every year, and it just has the same effect every time. Those are my thoughts on A Christmas Story. Comment below and tell me what your thoughts are on the film if you've seen it. Thank you guys for watching my reviews for Christmas, and thank you for sticking by me this past year. This past year has been quite a journey. It's been a real up and down kind of road, but you know what? I'm here. I'm still hanging in there with you guys, and I hope that you guys are still doing the same for me. So stay tuned for more reviews coming soon. Hope you're all having a great Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you guys next time.